Step 3. The first-rate credit report. A good credit report makes a personal statement, "You can count on me." Chapter 22. Getting to Excellence. One of my book readers, Kay, sent me a screenshot of her credit report with this message: "Look at my credit score." I am a member of the MyFICO credit monitoring service, and I noticed a change from the collection company. Look at my TransUnion score. 720. It was 667 2 days ago because of the collection that is now gone. All my scores are in the 700s. I am elated. I have been working so hard to improve my credit score and credit report file. I feel like crying. Let's dive deeper into this story to see how her TransUnion score skyrocketed by 53 points and pushed her into the top-tier category for qualifying for a home loan. Kay had a paid collection on her credit report. The collection company offered to send a letter to the credit bureaus that said the account was settled and paid, but that is not what she wanted. She needed to have that collection deleted from her report so that her below-average score would improve. But the collector was unwilling to execute the deletion. They only offered to report that the account was settled and paid. I advised Kay to call the collector and tell them not to send the letter to the credit bureaus. Tell them that they have their money, so take no more action. If they didn't update the account, it would be good for her. Next, she was to wait for 30 days so that another month rolled by with the account showing as is, an open collection account. She did. Then she sent a letter that said, "This account is factually incorrect and in error. Therefore, per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, I demand that the account be permanently deleted." She had the right to state that, because it was incorrect and in error, it showed a balance when the truth was that she paid it off to $0. The next thing she knew, she received the news that the collection had been deleted and her score rose by 53 points to 720. Success. Kay gave me permission to share her success. This shows how you can use outdated, erroneous reporting to your advantage. Don't update and fix a collection, make it disappear. Demand deletion due to showing false information on your report. How many points your score will increase depends on what the rest of your credit report looks like. There is not a set number of points for every scenario. The fewer derogatory accounts that are on your report, the greater the impact when one is removed. For example, if you have 10 collections, removing one is removing 10% of the baddies. But if you have 2 collections, removing one is removing 50%, so that is more impactful, especially if the one remaining is quite old. Balance owing versus date of last activity. The older the account is, the less it impacts your credit score. Surprisingly, the amount of the collection does not impact your score at all. If it's an unpaid parking ticket for $40, it docks your score the same as an unpaid credit card for $4,000. That seems insane, doesn't it? But the way the FICO system looks at it is not how much did they owe, but rather, how long ago did this negative event of not paying happen? 8 essential steps to getting to excellence. A blank slate does not make a good credit report. In fact, with no accounts on your report, you will have no credit score. How can you get an A or a 740 credit score by doing nothing? You must prove yourself to be creditworthy by showing positive trade lines on your credit report. 8 essentials to excellence. 1. If you don't already have 3 trade line accounts on your credit report that are not collections or other derogatory items, open a credit card so that you can begin building positive credit. 2. It is okay to open a secured credit card with your bank if you cannot qualify for any other type of credit. By the time you clean up the negatives, you should be able to convert the secured card into a regular card with a higher limit. 3. If you need to purchase an automobile, wait until you can get a decent loan before doing so. Avoid going to subprime auto loan companies like Santander where the interest rate is obscene and the terms are brutal. If you aren't sure about the loan company, Google search their name with lawsuit or complaints. Your patience will pay off handsomely. 4. Never co-sign for someone else, even if you are 2 days away from getting married, even if you are blood related. Co-signing can hurt your debt ratio, your available credit ratio, your score, and your relationship. I've written about this in detail in Build and Protect Your Credit Like the Pros. 5. Keep your credit card balances below 25% to 30% of the allowed limit. If the limit is high, keep it even lower. There's nothing wrong with a balance that is 2% of the limit. 6. Always pay your credit cards in full and never carry a balance from month to month. You get more points added to your score when you prove that you didn't overspend by paying off the entire balance each month. 7. Be aware that any time you apply for new credit, auto loan, credit card, installment loan, your score temporarily drops. After 6 months of usage per number 5 and number 6 above, your score will increase. This is important to know when you're planning to buy a home soon. Don't open any new credit or buy an automobile within 6 months at least of applying for a home loan. 8. Maintain insurance in an emergency savings account so that when something unexpected happens, you aren't tempted or forced to max out your credit card to cover it. Believe in yourself and get your head in the game. We can't control everything that happens to us, but we can live in a place of self-respect through it all. If your financial hardship is due to loss of income, illness, natural disaster, liars and scammers, then hold your head high with self-respect. No one blames you. The most important thing is that you are still alive, and your future is ahead. Some people's bad credit is due to growing up without any financial education or role model. Learning through error is a tough and often painful, but you're here now and you know more than you did before, so good for you. Your future is yours to build, starting today. Sometimes I get upset at all the overpriced offers out there, especially when they pressure people to hurry up and buy now in order to get the best price. That just stinks. I don't fall into that trap, and I suggest you don't either. Say no to pressure tactics, because if the offer is truly worth the price, they wouldn't force you into making an emotional decision before you have time to think about it overnight and discuss it with a trusted advisor. Building excellent credit is one of the keys to success. It unlocks opportunities. Know that and get your head in the game. Learn how credit works and then you will create and control your own credit score. In America, our financial system is built on credit. Credit is not evil. You don't need to shut down all credit and avoid it forever just because you made mistakes in the past. That thinking makes about as much sense as avoiding food forever because you made unhealthy food choices in the past. Credit is a system you can use for your own convenience and security if you do it right. Learn to do credit right, and it will be your friend and treat you well. With excellent credit, you get respect in the business world when you apply for rent, when you need to purchase a car, when you travel, when you want to become a homeowner, when you need to refinance. With a high credit score, you qualify for the best financing with the best terms. Credit goals. What is a good credit goal? For starters, a good goal is no late payments in the past 12 months and a credit score of 640 that will get you qualified for a good FHA home loan. For the next goal, no late payments or open collections or charge-offs with open balances and a credit score of 720 that will get you qualified for a super excellent conventional home loan. For the end goal, no negative credit at all and a credit score of 780 to 850 that will put you in the top tier for everything finance related.